in the books. 2 workouts so far today. I still have yet to do the weight training. I gotta do that for sure today. Next week is gonna be officially really the 3rd week, but I'm only been doing the walk down this first week of completion. Tomorrow is the last day. I think I'm gonna walk on Saturday because I'm going to the Final Four this weekend. Hook 'em. I was about to say hook 'em horns. Go Cougs. Houston Cougars and that Final Four. They gotta play Duke, man. Duke is the ones that knocked us out last year, so we gotta return the favor. So I will be hitting the road, ready to rock and roll this weekend to go to that Final Four national championship game. All 4 number 1s made it. That's a good thing. All 4 number 1s made it. So I will be out there going live, and we'll be going to the Final Four NCAA experience. It's a really, really good experience, so we're going to get to see what actually San Antonio has to offer. So yeah, how y'all doing out there? I'm just chilling, doing my regular walk down. I'm your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. Day 4 of the road work part of the training. It's kind of, it's getting hot now, so my body got to get used to the heat all over again. It's almost 90 degrees out here, so that's what it do. It's probably about 2:15. Yeah, 2:15. Woo! What's up, y'all? Anybody in the comment section? I know YouTube be playing with the numbers and YouTube be messing with my live while I'm out here. I know that for a fact. Kind of slow things down, but that's okay. I'm just documenting the walk down. This is just what I do. After I run, I walk another mile and a half, 2 miles, and I go live. How y'all doing out there? Appreciate you for joining me. I'm your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. I am basically doing the road work on my marathon training. Exactly what I'm doing. I just ran 4 miles, and at the end of the 4 miles, I go live, and I walk and I talk to the people. You got anything you got to say in the comment section, please comment right now. Appreciate y'all for joining me. Appreciate you. I'm just out here chilling, man, getting the work in. It's getting kind of hot out here. Sorrow Sucker, hello, how you doing? Sakar, appreciate you for joining me. Hope you and your family having a great day on this Thursday, Trapping Thursday. Hope everything is good with you and your family. I'm just out here putting the work in, man. Getting ready for the Final Four this weekend. I'm doing pretty good. I just got through running 4 miles, walking another 1.5 miles on this walk down marathon training. This is my 2nd session of the day. I need to put in weight training, and I'm gonna do that tonight. But I've been working out twice a day, all week. This is my second session. The road work part. My first session is the stretching. My second session is the road work, actually running. My 3rd session is gonna be working out weight training. So that's what I'm getting ready for. Only thing that's gonna be different is I'm putting in the weights. I haven't lifted weights in a while, but everything else is really about the same. That's all. What y'all got going on today, chat? Let me know what y'all doing. I think it's 2:20 my time out here. What y'all doing? It's windy out here though. I do know that. It's really, really windy. So I'm running against the grain, right? The wind is probably about 25 mile per hour winds. So a lot of resistance while I'm running. So, but I'm still holding up. I ran the 4 miles in 40 minutes. So I'm still holding up. But I know that once I start that marathon, once I run in a marathon, it's gonna be early in the morning. So that's why I train in heated elements. That way I'll be prepared, I'll be comfortable for the actual marathon, and I'll be ready to rock and roll and run. I'll be ready. So how y'all doing out there? What's up, chat? I talk back. You wanna know how I was able to get up to 4 miles a day? Let me know. If you're trying to run, you're trying to get prepared, let me know. If you're just doing it for your health, like I am, I'm really just doing it for my health. But the competitor side of me, I want to do a marathon. And then after that, I'm going to go back into the jiu-jitsu world and start doing jiu-jitsu tournaments again. But that's going to be a longer training because I haven't competed in about 15 years. So after this, which I'm not going to start training for jiu-jitsu to after the Chevron Marathon, which is in 2026. I think it's like in February. End of January, beginning of the February. So I got a long ways to go for that major marathon. That is the real main event. But I'm gonna enter in a lot of these local marathon races to get me ready to rock and roll. So I won't be, I'll be prepared. Mentally, I'll be prepared. So good luck with jiu-jitsu. Yeah, I haven't appreciate you, Sloth. I haven't competed in 15 years. So I know it's gonna take me about a year. Oh, I ain't gonna distinguish that until I actually get back on the mats. But I gotta start like stretching all over again because jiu-jitsu requires a lot of flexibility and endurance. So this training that I'm doing right now is kind of getting my feet wet, but I ain't gonna know where I'm at till I actually get on the mats and start rolling around with some guys. Yeah, until I start rolling around with some guys. USA? Uber, yeah, USA. I'm in the USA. Yeah, I'm probably cause I competed 15 years ago. I am a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but I haven't competed in 15 years. So I gotta basically, I'm just gonna start from the beginning and work my way back up. That's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna try to have some type of cocked and ready by the time I actually start going back to the gym. So, but I gotta complete these marathons first. And then I'm gonna see how I feel. And if I still feel competitive, I'm going back to the jiu-jitsu world. Yeah. So appreciate y'all for joining me, man. I'm your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. This is my walk down. One of the boring parts of doing the road work is that I run 4 miles, which that's kind of exciting. Then I walk another 1.5 to 2 miles, just to keep cardio going. And I like to talk and I like to get on live. This is my 24th episode, I believe, of the walk down. So yeah, thank y'all for joining me, man. This walk down keeps me motivated on the walk afterwards because it can get kind of boring. And a lot of times, I used to before I started going live, I would, run the 4 miles, walk about 1/4 mile, and then I'll stop. But this walk down and the interaction of the chat, it keeps me going. Yeah, but the good thing about this part is then when I get ready to go up from 4 to 4 miles and 1/4, it'll be an easy transition. Because I'm already used to, exercising a little bit longer than the 4 miles. And of course, on the walk, it's not like a cool down walk, it's like a fast paced walk. So I'm still walking at the same time. If that make any sense. Only thing, the humidity is getting humid out here now. It's the spring. So at least I'm getting a head start on the hot summers out here in Texas. So when June, July hit, I'll still be out here doing the walk down. If you've been a subscriber for a while, you already know about this 100 heat, 110, 105, and I be out here in the middle of it. But the body, one thing about the body, adapts to different elements. So my body is still feeling the coolness, and it has to adjust to the heat again. So that's the wonderful thing about the body, guys, is that it adapts. It adapts. As long as you don't quit in your mind and keep going. Tell that mind and that body, I ain't stopping. And just keep going. You might slow down a little bit, but as long as you don't stop, catch your breath, catch your thoughts, and keep on pushing. And I started back eating my chickpeas, so I'm back on my vegan diet, back drinking a lot of water, and we ready to rock and roll. All I need now is U of H to win that national championship game. Yeah, that's all I need. Of course, I will be out there this weekend. Hook 'em, go Cougs. We got to beat Duke this time, bro. We got to beat Duke this time. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Florida and we got Auburn on the other side. So we're going to have a good weekend this weekend. If the good Lord and everything say the same. Appreciate you hitting the like button. We're going to have a good weekend. And no matter what, it's going to be a good weekend for college basketball. We got all #1 seeds in the Final Four, guys. All #1 seeds in the Final Four. So we ready to rock and roll, man. It's going to be a good Final Four this year. We don't want no blowouts. We want close games. But of course, I want my University of Houston Cougars to win that national championship game and bring it back to H-Town. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Woo! We go out here just rocking and rolling. Matter of fact, I forgot about this little section over here. I could take a little break and then go over there and do some calisthenics. I ain't gonna do that today. I'm early and I'm out and I'm ready to rock and roll. Yeah, I am. I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing to the channel, everybody that's been hitting the like button, everybody that has been coming into the lives and putting their 2 cents in, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you are helping other people. Because on this channel, I try to give a lot of information on not only wealth, but health, life situations, and how to overcome them. And you know, because I'm an older guy, I'm 50 years old, there's a lot that I can bring onto this internet. So everybody that's liking and subscribing to the channel, you actually helping other people. If that makes sense, you actually helping other people. Hey, what's going on, Napoleon? How you doing, bro? So I'm out here, and then I'm really coming to the end of this walk down. I'm moving kind of fast, to be honest with you, but I still got to go all around the corner over there. It's nice weather today. It's kind of a little bit more humid than it has been the last 3 months, so the body has to adjust to the heat. It's probably about 90 degrees out here. Just a little bit uncomfortable. That running in the 60-degree weather and the 50-degree weather and even the 40 And if you've been on the channel for a while, you was even on here when I was running in the snow. So that snow, running in the snow, it spoiled me, y'all. That was back in February, the middle of January. That was right before I took my month-and-a-half break. Actually, I think that's the last running that I did. I got to go back and look at the walk down and go see, but I think that's the last time I ran was when it snowed down here. And yes, I got out there and I still ran. I wish that weather was here right now, because boy, it is actually, trees remind me of a plantation. Oh man, yeah, these trees are kind of wicked. I never looked at it like that. But you're absolutely right, Napoleon. These some old trees, bro. They really are. You probably right to where I'm at. You're probably right, bro. I never paid attention to that. But I think you're probably right. It probably was back in the day. Yeah, that's what I think. But yeah, man, I'm just out here rocking and rolling. Just exercising, man, getting ready for that marathon. You know, Chevron Marathon. I will be competing in that in the beginning of 2026. So, but to get used to it, I'm just gonna get into some local marathons right now, just to get used to it. So the first one that I got coming up is in 2 months. That's what I'm actually getting ready for now. The only thing is, you know, I already run, so the 5K, that's gonna be easy. So the first race is gonna be a 5K, but the goal is to get up to the half a marathon and then run the full marathon at the beginning of 2026. That's the goal. So hope everything goes right with me, guys. I hope I don't get no injuries. That's why I'm taking it as lightly, as slowly as possible, because I don't want no injuries, bro. I'll be very, very disappointed if I get an injury or something, you know, so I'm gonna take it really nice and slow. That's why I got like 10 months prepared. But the great news is that I already been running a very long time. You know what I'm saying? So 5 miles ain't nothing for me to run. I can do that every single day on a regular basis. So I'm already ahead of the game like that, because I've been running 3-4 miles a day for a very long time. So I just gotta bump up my running. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I'm gonna have to start eating a lot more for this marathon, and probably give me some supplements. You know, it's about fueling my body. As I keep going, I'm gonna have to put more nutrition in my body, so I'll be ready to rock and roll. Good luck. Thank you, Napoleon. So I got 10 months to get ready for this. Well, I'm ready for the first one already, because I can run a 5K. I did that right now. I do that every day. I run 4 miles every single day. So the 5K, I'm entering that just to get used to running with a marathon of people and a lot of people. You know, it's a mental thing with that. So I'm gonna probably do about 3 local marathons. Well, the Chevron is in Houston anyway. The Chevron Marathon is here anyway. So I'm gonna do 3 little small marathons. I got the one for the Veterans Day, which is Memorial Day. I got one that I'm running in Memorial Day, and then after that one, I'm gonna assess when the next one I'm gonna run. So right now on the calendar is the Memorial Day Marathon and the Chevron Marathon. That's the big one. So I'm getting prepared for it right as we speak. This is day 4 of my marathon training, my second session of training today. The first session was this morning. The road work, which is the running, I'm completing that right now. And then later, I gotta do the third session, which is the weight training. So I gotta implement that, but I'm just gonna be real light on the weights because I don't want to get sore. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep it flowing. I want to keep it flowing. I don't want no soreness. I want to keep it flowing because I haven't lifted weights in a while, so I know if I do 4, 5 sets of 15 or whatever, if I do a 30-minute training session on the weights, I know I'm gonna be sore when I wake up the next morning. So I'm gonna eliminate that. So my first session gonna be about 3 sets of 10, something like that, on different body parts. But the strength training is gonna be on running type of exercises with weights. But I'm gonna start real small, 3 sets of 10, and take it from there. And then I'm gonna stick with that 3 sets of 10 for the whole week, which will be next week when I come back from the Final Four. Cause tomorrow is the last day. I'm gonna hit the weights tonight, and then I'm gonna walk when I get to San Antonio. I'm gonna walk before the game, and then I'm gonna walk on Saturday. I'm gonna take a full day off on Sunday. That way, when we come back on Monday, I'll be ready to rock and roll. So, and then next week, I'm gonna do a full week of 3 sets of 10, and then I'm gonna bump it up to 4. Then I'm gonna bump it up to 5. You know what I'm saying? About the 3rd week, I will be bumping it up. Every week, I'm gonna add another set. So by week 3, on the weight training, I'll be full back weight training, probably about 30 to 45 minutes on the strength training session. So I'm gonna be working out 3 times a day. That's what I'm gonna be doing, working out three times a day. Right now it's 2, but I'm gonna work out tonight. I was supposed to do it last night, but we had that tariff thing last night, so my focus was on Liberation Day. But tonight, I'm gonna hit the weights. Just a light little workout. Take my time doing 3 sets of 10. I'm gonna do some squats. I'm gonna do some lunges, calf raises, curls, triceps, shoulders, like that. Just 3 sets of 10 of all those different body parts. Then I'm gonna be ready to rock and roll. So if I do have any soreness, I got Saturday and Sunday, and I'll be ready to rock and roll for Monday. As I'm gonna add more food to the diet. So I gotta eat a little bit more and add some supplements to fuel the body a little bit more, so I'll be ready to rock and roll. Because I'm gonna have to go up on my mileage. I'm gonna have to go up 6 miles, 7 miles. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm probably gonna go up to about 6 miles, because I got a little less than 2 months before the Memorial Day Marathon. So I'm gonna work my way up to 6 miles a day. I'm at 4 right now. So I'm gonna work my way up to 6 miles a day, and then I'm gonna hold right there. And then after the marathon, because it's only 5K, 5K is like 3.5 miles. So it's a 3.5 mile run, marathon run. 3.5 miles. So, and like I said, I'm doing that right now. But I got to go for time. That's another thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be more precise with my time. Like right now, I time myself, but I'm not doing it with a stopwatch. I just look at my phone, and whatever time it say, I take out running. So I do time myself, but I'm not timing myself like a track meet or a marathon. So I'm gonna implement that in next week. Hopefully by the middle of this marathon, the middle of this training session, I'll have me a GoPro, so I can put my GoPro on my body, and y'all actually can be with me while I'm running. That's what I'm gonna do. Get me a GoPro so I can, run and y'all can watch, see what it is. Cause I can't run and walk with this phone. With a GoPro, I think I'll be able to do that. I just need to find out if I can go live with my GoPro. So he imposed the tariffs? Yeah, he did. Yeah, yesterday. And he did more than, he did a lot. He taxed everybody a lot more than what people thought. Yeah, he did it all type of ways. Yeah. But he also showed how much other countries are taxing us. We don't know if the chart is 100% accurate, right? We got to take that in mind. You know how it is. But nobody has said, that those numbers on that chart are not accurate. Nobody has said that yet. So those numbers on that chart, man, on how much other countries are charging us to ship our products over there, man, that's something to go check out. I might do a reaction video to it. And man, that's something you gotta think about, man. So let's say, like, I'm gonna give an example. A good thing, good question, Napoleon. I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say like it's me and my homeboy. He got access to products that I need, and I got products that he needs. So the products that he needs, I got the plug on the products, but I'm taxing him, I'm taxing him for the connect, right? He got to go through me to get it. I'm using this as an example. He got to go through me to get what he wants, and I'm taxing him, right? But then on the flip side, I got to go through him to get what I want, and he got to connect on what I need. But guess what? I'm taxing him more than he's taxing me. That don't make any sense right there. So all these countries are taxing us more than what we are taxing them. That's what that paper showed yesterday. The thing is it true or is it not true? That's the thing. Also, the thing is, nobody has said that those numbers on that chart that he showed was false. Nobody said that yet. Nobody said that the numbers was fake. Nobody is saying that. So it's only fair. It's like if we're doing business, it's only fair, right? If I'm charging you more than what you charging me, we need to eat. That's uneven. That's not even good business. That's not even good business dealings. You know what I'm saying? It's not good business. You taxing me a whole lot. I'm taxing you way more than what you taxing me. Usually, people do those type of, when business is done like that, that means that I really want to deal with you. I really don't want to deal with you. But if you want me to deal with you, you're going to pay this price right here. But I really don't want you to, I really don't want to deal with you. See, that's the game that a lot of people play in business and also in the street. You know what I'm saying? Street guys do that too. That's real heavily done in the street. You know what I'm saying? Well, I really don't rock with y'all. Y'all from a whole different neighborhood. You from a whole different state or whatever, but you coming over here and I got what you need. I really don't want to deal with you. But the only reason why I'm dealing with you, because I'm taxing you outrageously. Well, I can't turn it down. So that's what I think what's going on. China really don't want to deal with America, bro. That's one of the people that's up there that's taxing us over, I think it was 50-something%, 50 or 57%. I'm gonna do a reaction video to that though. But China really don't want to deal with America, bro. And a lot of other countries don't either. And right now, they're at the point where they feel as though they don't even need America, because all of them are teaming up. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we don't even need America. See, the thing is that cryptocurrency and gold and silver has made it where those countries overseas are more wealthier than the United States. Let me say it again. They got it so right now with cryptocurrency and gold and silver, that those countries from like the 80s and the 90s, that America can do them all type of ways, and an American president can say anything, they'll jump to it. It ain't like that no more. It ain't like that no more, because those other countries are just as wealthy as America. And then another thing, they don't respect America. Why, Stock Sniper? They don't respect America because they know that we don't get along. It's that art of war mentality. They don't get along, bro. The blue don't get along with the red. Red don't get along with the blue. Whatever the blue do, it could be good for the American people. The red gon' talk down and knock it, and vice versa. They going against each other. So other countries are like, man, why would we respect y'all? Y'all don't even have a foundation down no more. America don't have no foundation no more, guys. It don't. So just like Trump said he could come in and end that war, the most powerful president that I've known was golly, I gotta think his name right now. Not Bush, Ronald Reagan. When Ronald Reagan spoke, guess what? Boy, people, man, start do it. They gonna get in line when Ronald Reagan said tear down that wall, that's all he had to say. And guess what? They did it. America ain't got no juice no more, man. America ain't got no bounce no more. And I don't know what they gonna do to bring it back. Nobody wanna listen to America anymore, bro. Where are you? I'm at the park, running on the track. I'm at the park. But yeah, America, bro, word ain't worth nothing no more to the rest of the world, because those other countries are just as wealthy as America, and then they don't respect America because America always fighting, bro. Ain't no foundation. How can you respect somebody? That's even real life. How can you respect somebody that ain't doing nothing with themselves? Somebody try to tell you something and their house ain't even in order. That's the same scenario. How can somebody tell me, you know what I'm saying, what I need to be doing when they living paycheck to paycheck, or they ain't got no job? You know what I'm saying? That's the case America is in right now. America is surviving off credit, bro. America is surviving off credit. America's in so much debt. America ain't got shouldn't be saying nothing to no other country, bro. Why? Because America owe everybody. America's in debt. And if you look at that debt clock, on that video where I reviewed the world debt clock, you see how much in debt America is in. That's why no countries. That's one of the main reasons why no countries will respect America, bro. Too much debt. That's just like if you in debt in your house. How can I listen to you and you you behind on your bills? You know what I'm saying? That's the same scenario, guys. How can you respect, if you know that I'm behind on my bills, or if I know you behind on your bills and you owe every single body, and you in all this debt, why would I listen to what you got to say? America is losing its power by the millisecond, guys. All you got to do is look at that world debt clock. That world debt clock tell you everything, bro. Go to worlddebtclock.org and look at all them numbers, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's a lot of numbers on there, but pay attention to two numbers: America's debt and America's debt per citizen. It's all on there, bro. As soon as you are born, when you have a newborn baby, that baby is born in debt automatically. Why? Because they take that top number and then they divide it by each and every citizen. That's what they do. That's what they do. And then the US dollar is getting more weaker and more weaker. Why? Because whenever something happens, they're gonna print some more money. God forbid if something happen right now, y'all. If something happen right now, the people that's living paycheck to paycheck ain't getting no help from the government this time, bro. That's why I stress specifically, you got to be everybody make money. Spend less. And you need to be investing right now. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. The people that are investing, those are the people that 10 years from now, 15 years from now, is gonna be okay. If you're not investing, bro, and if you're not investing, you gotta start learning and figuring out some things. And the only thing you need to do is start with the things that you know, like, and trust. Apple, things that you're using already. Google, which is YouTube. Start buying the companies that we know, like, and trust. If you like AI, start investing in AI companies. You know what I'm saying? And hold it 10, 15 years. Because America is in a reset right now, y'all. America is in a reset. We need to put a hold on all the money and weapons we send to these other countries too. Yeah, I think they already done did that. They already done did it. But just like I gave that example of I'm taxing you more than you taxing me. America needs more income, bro. So, but we gonna see how this is gonna work. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see. In my opinion, I think in long term, because America needs to bring down their debt. You know what I'm saying? Need to quit printing money, hold on to all the money and the weapons, and tax these countries more, so we can earn more income, so we can pay down this debt. And then the value of the dollar will eventually return and then come back up. Right now, it ain't really got that much value, man. It's going down, lower and lower. Lower and lower. The buying power with the dollar is decreasing by the second. All you gotta do is go to worlddebtclock.org and it's gonna show you. Man, if they print out some more money, I hope they don't do that, bro. That's why I kinda don't want them to give out them $5,000 checks. You know what I'm saying? They haven't been talking about that much anymore. But they can't. America can't afford to give nobody nothing. Straight up. Just as like in your household, if you living paycheck to paycheck and you trying to, eliminate bills, add other incomes. You know what I'm saying? You might have to cut some things off. Right? You can't afford to help nobody until you help yourself. That's what America is going through, man. Just like a household and somebody that's living paycheck to paycheck, you know what I'm saying, or living off credit cards. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing America is doing. So you have to charge people more. You know what I'm saying? You have to add other income. You got to cut off some of the services that you got. Maybe you got Netflix, you know what I'm saying? You got to lower your bills down. Maybe you got a 3-bedroom house and you barely can afford it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got to go down to a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom. It's called getting it out the mud, And that's what America has to do right now. We need to start producing again and open these plants back up. Right. That's what we need to do, man. It's gonna take time, y'all. It ain't gonna happen overnight. So it's the rebuilding of America, bro. It's the rebuilding of America. You know what I'm saying? It's the rebuilding of America. I remember back the American companies that made America, the products was even better. The TVs was better. I just now threw away an old Philips. Philips was a old school American-made company. I had that Philips TV ever since I was about 17 years old. And I just now threw that TV away probably about a year or two ago. But I never had to put it in the shop. The tube never went out. None of that. It was one of those, they don't have those TVs anymore. Well, it's like a big screen, but it sits on the floor. You know what I'm saying? If you around 50, you know what TV I'm talking about, the floor model TV. I mean, those TVs was heavy duty, bro. Last a lifetime. I hate I threw that TV away. But it was heavy duty. You know what I'm saying? Heavy duty TVs. Them TVs never went out of, never broke down. Like the TVs we get now, them TVs in last place. Yeah, they look pretty, they look beautiful, but they light, you know what I'm saying? They light, they not heavy duty. You could tell that they made it out of virtually nothing. The TVs back in the game was heavy. Them American-made TVs was heavy. You know what I'm saying? Ready to rock and roll. The beds was heavy. The furniture, you know what I'm saying, was heavy duty. You know? So we gotta get back to American factories. Like Napoleon say. Yeah, we need to get back to American factories. But we're so used to outsourcing, you know what I'm saying? Outsourcing without educating the regular people, you know, that's another thing we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to educate people. Because we outsource so many things to other countries, it's a whole generation that don't know how to do those things. It's a whole generation that don't know how to work on the TV. It's a whole generation that don't know how to work on AC and refrigeration. It's a lot. And don't know how to build the products. It's a lot of that. So hopefully, that's another thing that's gonna happen. People gonna have to want to go to school, bro, because there's gonna be a lot of things that people gonna have to learn how to do. So it's more to just charging, bringing the jobs back to America. People gonna have to really want to go to school, and people gonna have to really have to work. Everything junk nowadays, especially these vehicles they want. Yeah. These man, yeah, that's another thing. Napoleon, the vehicles these days, they so flimsy. They ain't heavy duty at all. But those vehicles, those Buicks back in the days, GTOs and all those vehicles that was American made, man, them vehicles was tough and it last forever. I had an Oldsmobile 98. Man, that 98 lasted me about 20 years. I went on and got rid of it. See, these vehicles these days, they got good technology, that's about it. And then they charge so much for the actual part that ain't worth nothing. Don't make any sense. Them car, man, them vehicles, man, overseas, they really ain't. Now, let me tell you what I did. I bought a Nissan 2024, right? The Nissan Rogue 2024, 0 miles. Don't you know that vehicle broke down on me after I got about 3,000 miles on it? But I had warranty on it, you know what I'm saying? But it broke down on me like, I don't even, about 5,000 miles, not even that many miles. It broke down on me. And guess what they had to do? I had to wait. First of all, the vehicle was so new because it was a 2024. Japan the part wasn't even built yet. So they gave me a rental car though, but my vehicle sat up there at the Nissan dealership until they made the part and they shipped it from Japan to America. You know how long that took? That took about a month and a half. That took about a month and a half. Don't get me wrong, the vehicle, the Nissan Rogue, it was a good vehicle. I'm gonna say it had all, you know what I'm saying, all the technology, right? It tell you if you've been to back into somebody, it alerts you and it actually stop. It will, you won't have a wreck. I mean, it's a great technology, but it broke down on me, bro. A 2024 Nissan Rogue. I was like, dang. But the only thing about it, I had warranties. So, but the thing is, I'm like, man, it's a brand new vehicle breaking down on me. Then I got to wait this long for the part to come from Japan. It was crazy. They took all those classes out of school in the 70s. All my uncles and older cats know how to build and fix anything, right? Yep. So it's gonna be two components to what's going on. People gonna have to go to school, and they gotta want to do the work. That's the thing, bro. Because I seen a study that they say it's 40% less Americans working these days, like working W-2 9 to 5s. 40% of people are less working. I thought about it for a little bit. I say, well, bro, it's more people got PPP loans than we think, than we know. Yeah, that's what it is, bro. More people has gotten PP loans, and they living off the PPP loans right now, still to this day. There's people that got 200,000-300,000 PPP loan, 400,000-500,000 PPP loan, and they still living off them PPP loans right now. That's why nobody don't want to work. They still living off the PPP loan. That's what it is. I tripped out when I seen that stat. 40% less Americans are working these days. And that's why a lot of everybody got PPP loans and living off of them still. A lot of people were smart, took that PPP loan money, bought them a car cash, bought them a house cash, bought them some investments, bought them some Bitcoin and all those type of things. And that's what they living on. That's exactly what's happened. Also, a lot of people ran to the internet, you know. Nissan will overheat and have bad transmissions most of the time. Yeah, that particular vehicle, man. Only good thing, they got good warranties. That's the good thing I like about them. That's the good thing I like about them. But that road, man, that was. I tripped out, man. That car broke down on me like that. And then I had to wait that long. Only reason why I really didn't get upset is because they gave me a rental car and I didn't have to pay for it. But man, that's the only thing that kept me, kept me positive. That okay, it's warranty on it. It's under factory warranty, and they got to fix it anyway. And because the part, they had to wait for Japan to make the part and then ship it. It took a while. I was like, dang. But that's what happened. That's why, man, they didn't have nobody that can make the part in America. They had to make it in Japan and ship it to America. Yep, that's what happened. 48-minute walk. I need some land abroad. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. And I think that's the only thing. I ain't even say it like that. But the land, real estate is gonna get cheaper if things get worse. And this plan don't really work like it's supposed to. But I think the only reason why it won't work like it's supposed to, the bringing jobs back to America part, people gonna have to go to school and want to work. So I guess, I don't know how they're gonna play that. I guess, well, they're gonna invite other people from other countries to come over. Oh, they got a plan for that too. They're just gonna invite people from other countries as long as you come in legally, and we're gonna put you to work. And we're gonna send you to school. That's all they're gonna do. That's all they're gonna do. So we just gotta stay the course, earn, spend less, and make the proper investments, and hold on to what you got. Like Napoleon said, hold on to what you got. till you get what you need. And understand that what's going on is really for, you know, if everything work out right, it's gonna be for our kids and grandkids, bro. That's what all this is not for right now. This was going on, especially my age. I'm 50. So this was happening right now. All I can do is build for my kids and my grandkids, because that's who's gonna benefit. If all this works out right, that's who's really gonna benefit off of this. Because why, Stock Sniper? Because it's gonna take time, bro. It's gonna take time to get all this back in order. It's gonna take, even if it's 50% or 75% successful, it's still better than with the position that we're in right now. So that's all it is. Just got to keep building and teaching the kids and teaching people, you know. That's all it is. So all that technology and power and the vehicles, just somebody else that will break and cost you heavy to fix. Yeah, cost a lot to fix those things. That's why I'm glad I got a warranty. I'm glad. That's why, man, buying them used vehicles off the side of the road, that ain't the place to do it. Cause they ain't got no warranties on those. You might have a majority of those cars, miles are so much that the warranty is already expired. But also with this going on, I'm expecting a lot of these vehicles at the dealerships, I'm expecting them to get cheaper, especially the used cars, like 2022s, 2023s, 2024s. Not right now, but maybe in 2026, in the middle of because all this stuff is gonna take time. It ain't like things gonna automatically go down or up next month. It don't work like that. It take time. So by past the summer, not past the summer, because we almost there anyway, but by November, December, beginning of the year, then we should start seeing whatever's gonna happen, if things gonna go down or go up. But you just gotta search and research and find where are the discounts and the deals at. Because just like some things are gonna go up, there's gonna be a lot of things that go down as well. You just gotta educate yourself and know where those deals are. You know, eggs might go up, as they say, but then again, the price of a wholesale house might go even lower. So you just gotta pick and choose. You gotta be strategic, you know, on the moves that you make, and have that type of mindset of building. You know what I'm saying? Looking for wholesales, looking for deals, you know? In other words, build some type of business on the side. Something like that. That's the thing that, what time is it? 3 o'clock. That's the thing that, the most important thing that everybody need to get out of this video. If you working a W-2 9 to 5, you gotta start a side business, bro. You gotta start a side business. You gotta invest in yourself, right? And it's the best time to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just like they got these big companies investing in America and all this moving, it's time for us to move too. If you're working at W-2, the easiest business to start, I can't say this enough, is a delivery business that you could try. And then with these companies these days, you can pick your own time to work your delivery business. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that enough. The delivery business is great, not just because of the income part, but also the tax benefits, right, of becoming a business owner. And you gotta take it serious. You know what I'm saying? The easiest business to start is a delivery business, guys. Easy. You have to start something, but something that you can make money with right this second. As long as you got a vehicle and you name it stock sniper delivery business, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And you do your proper paperwork. And guess what? You're able to make money right now. You're able to, once you get that contract with these companies, you're able to produce some income right now. Why? Because they got the customers to hook you up with. And then, when you file your taxes, then you can benefit like the business owners do. They benefit off of it. How? By tax write-off. Write off a lot of things. And plus, when you own your own business, it could be some small as independent contractor, sole proprietor, something small like that. They don't take the money out of your paycheck when you in business for yourself. You got to report all those things. And it's a whole lot of loopholes when it come to that. You know what I'm saying? That's how the rich get richer. That's how. That's the cheat code. See, while we, regular people, are trying to figure out how to save money, the people that got businesses and the rich, they trying to figure out a way not to pay taxes. That's the reason why Trump is so hyped on these tariffs. Because all tariffs is a tax on the rich. So he knows that these guys don't want to pay no taxes, right? Because he don't want to pay no taxes either. So he's telling them, I'm going to put tariffs on you. Only way you can avoid these tariffs is if you come over here and create jobs and build businesses right here in America. And he's betting that these companies, a lot of them have already did it, but he's betting that these companies are going to come to the negotiation table and that they are going to build here in America. That's what he's betting on. So we're going to see if it's going to work. But the people that we really need to bet to do that is like a China powerhouse company. That's who we need to do it. But I believe that China, before China does that, they'll go down. Why? They don't like America, bro. They don't. Or they acting like they don't. There's just something funny about what be going on, man. Because just like going into space, they go up to space together. They go up to that space center together. They up there working on something. We don't know what it is, but they up there working on something. In other words, man, we can't trust them, bro. That's why it's very important to do the big three. You got to earn, you got to spend less, and you got to invest. Whatever they do, you got to seek. Success leaves clues, bro. Success leaves clues. You got to study them without getting emotional. Don't get all caught up in the drama and the mess, because that is the art of war. That's one of the number one rules. Conquer, divide, and then take over. That's one of the number one rules. If you want to take over something, like in the art of war, all you got to do is cause confusion and take over. Get them to going against each other. And the whole time, you going over their head, taking over. That's what's going on, guys. That's why, man, it's very important to start your own business on the side, bro. So you can write off a lot of this stuff. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I'm about to get ready to end this. What they are doing, they taking our money, the money that we pay taxes with, the money that they take out of your check, you know what I'm saying, before you even get it, they take the money out, they take the tax money out of the check before you even get it. Guess what they're doing with it, guys? They are splitting the money up, bro. They splitting that money up. You know what I'm saying? They splitting that money up, and they funneling the money through non-profit organizations. Listen to the OG. They taking that money, bro. They taking that taxpayers' money. If you work a W-2 9 to 5, they take your money out before you get your check. But what they doing with that money is they splitting it up amongst each other. Whatever party is in power, they splitting that money up, right? And they funneling that money to non-profit organizations, and they keeping that money to themselves. And let me say that again. The money that they are taking from Americans, bro, the W-2 workers, ain't nothing you can do. Why? Because they take the money out before you even get it. They taking that money, right? They splitting it up amongst each other. And guess what they doing? To make it legit, they funnel it through non-profit organizations. They act like they doing what? Looking out for the people, passing out backpacks, or feeding the people, whatever the case may be. The whole time, they pocketing billions and billions of dollars, and they splitting it up amongst each other. That's what's happening, y'all. That's why it's so important to try to eliminate taxes. And the only way you can do that is become a business owner. You don't have to be no big-time business owner. You could be something as small as a independent contractor driving DoorDash. You could be something like that. Or a barber. You know what I'm saying? But you cut hair. But the thing is, you can avoid paying taxes because everything is just about a write-off. And guess what? It's so many loopholes. Everything is a damn write-off, bro. Everything. Everything is a write-off. So, I'm coming to the end. I'm going the wrong way. Coming to the end of the video. I'm coming to the end of this live, y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate you for coming in, you know, and bringing value to the live. So I hope that helps somebody out. Hope that puts something on your mind, right? But the thing is, we got to put the work in, guys. We got to put the work in. And that's what it's all about. Day 4 of the marathon is complete. I think this episode 24 of the walk down is complete. I love and I appreciate y'all, man. I hope y'all have a great day. Hope y'all have a great day. Hope y'all have a great Friday morning. Also remember, in the morning, 8:30 a.m., day trading the stock market. Day trade. Put City. We are right now, we are on shorts and we are on puts. We're shorting this thing all the way down. See, that's another thing, y'all. Even though when they start talking about tariffs, if you in that stock market and you know how to play the game, you already know what time it is. It's what, Stock Sniper? It's shorts and puts all the way down. See, that's another thing they didn't want us to know. They did not want us to know. Just like you can make money on the stock market going up, you can make money on the stock market going down. Yes, that's what they didn't want us to know, y'all. So with that being said, always be on your P's and Q's. Always be evolving. Always be looking for knowledge. Always be teaching. Always be looking out for other people. Until the next one, this is 704 Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? It's my block. Y'all already know that. This is the one and only Stock Sniper. Till in the morning, 8:30 a.m. I love and I appreciate y'all. To the next one, I'm out.